Yes, we're ready.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It is March 2nd. Yeah, can we say that? March 2nd. Is that right? Yes, March 2nd. Yes, glad you guys are here. Francesca, I actually look at my calendar before I start this, and for some reason, it's the mama brain that kicks in. Hi, who are you? What are we doing here? What did I want to talk about today? Um, I want to start off by celebrating. It is only the second day of the month, but has anybody enrolled anyone so far? All right. Thank you. I'm going to
Yes,
celebrate.
I did.
You
I
did?
did. Hmm.
Yay. Good job.
Thank you.
In Melaleuca, right?
Oh. Oh, I thought you meant for the skating rink.
That's what I thought for the face painting. Yeah. I tell you what, I ate one of the how many people got the pickle and spicy thing?
I love
Okay.
it.
I ate it with the cheese stick and it's amazing. But I have to have the cheese stick to counteract the flavor because I got wimpy mouth and I ate the first one. I'm going, oh my God, oh my God. Like I didn't believe the word spicy. I thought it's an overstatement. No, it's spicy. I was going, oh my God. So eat it with the cheese stick. It's very good.
They're good
Okay.
though, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes. The first thing that I'm going to do is tell you about a video. Some of you saw the video that I sent out last month saying, hey, by the way, have you placed your order? And here's how we use a refer a friend to enroll somebody because you are going to um, get a thank you check if you set up an account for your friend, but also your friend's going to get $1,000. But here's the deal. You got to make sure have your friend watch it to the very, very end because when they watch it to the very, very end, then it registers an enrollment link and they can set up an account. So imagine your friend getting $100. Who do you want to give $100 to? But here's what I want you to know. If they have any questions, have them call me. If you're not sure, have them call me. And I'm going to include a little script, which I took from the Grow app, by the way, and pasted it on there. And I sent that to all my customers. Okay. So then I shared that with our team, our accountability team. And then Jill Parrington said, can you share that? I want to see it. And then she redid it and said, hey, I want to share with you, my customers, what is going on this month. And so, what I'm going to do tonight, as soon as we get off this call, I'm going to do a video to send out to all my customers. It's going to explain a couple of the promotions that are going on now that our customers can get, but also the new products. So I'm going to start doing this at the beginning of the month because I'm going to share my screen going, did you guys realize there's a couple of really cool new products out there? A lot of people aren't aware of that. I'm also going to walk you guys through that I did this morning on the follow-up center, and everybody on the call had no idea that this was even there. So we're going to see that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about handling objections. Because I'm getting a lot of it. What do you say if somebody, what if you say it? So get your camera ready. This is being recorded so you can go back through because I actually have some scripts. And then we're going to do a little role-playing game at the end. So nobody hang up because I don't want to do role-playing because I know who you are. It's actually recorded, so you can't hang up, Ellen, and go, I don't want to do any role-playing. Okay, you got to play my reindeer games because y'all showed up. So first of all, let me share this with you guys. This is what is going on here as far as a new promotion, which is you can get a cleaning caddy. And I told the group this morning, I'm like, I earned this cleaning caddy at one point in time, and I was not excited about earning a cleaning item. I'm like, that's like saying, happy birthday, Sandy, here's a vacuum. I didn't like that until I got the cleaning caddy, and it is amazing. I carry things from room to room. I stack it in. There's a place I put my cell phone in the side here. I have little utensil things that I use, but click here, start your cleaning, super clean. And this is what I'm going to show on the video, you guys. I'm literally going to show how to do this on the video to send to my customers. So when you do this, first of all, I'm going to shrink you guys down a little bit. There are some amazing things here, like the cleaning handbook. Download. Trouble for your airways. Did you know many household chemicals do more harm? Click on that to learn more. Wouldn't it be nice for your customers to actually come here? Clean smarter, not harder. Oh my gosh. Get to know some of our top cleaning products. Here we go. Did you guys know that we had this? And then here's what you can do, which is for limited time, there's this bundle, the Cleaning Caddy Starter Pack. Or you can click this, which I did. You pick out what you want, um, like Tough and Tender, Safe and Mighty, whatever. I'm going to choose that one and um, choose that one and choose that one. And then I just added it to my cart and it included the cleaning caddy. Isn't that cool? So you can see I already have things in my cart, right? So I'm going to show this to them. I'm going to get it out of my cart and show them to them how this works. So this is, if you guys haven't seen this, it's super, super cool. Look at that. I use so much Solumel. It's insane. All right, the second thing that's very, very cool, go back to the product store. And if you scroll down, look at this. We have a new skin line. It's called the Glowing Skin. Um, I've already put this in my cart, and I keep waiting to see if they have any cookies and cream protein bars before I'm going to go ahead and order it because it's still not there. But this is kind of interesting because the big move on skincare right now is the Korean beauty routines. And I was sharing with my group this morning on our morning mindset that I actually ordered the Korean face mask that makes you look like a serial killer because you wear it when you go to bed. And it's absolutely amazing. Like my skin is amazing, clear. I look like was airbrushed. It's amazing. So, this is a fingernail polish. You've got your top coat, liquid eyeliner. Reality ladies, if you're over a certain age, don't wear liquid eyeliner. Use a smudging brush and the powder to put eyeliner on. It's not as hard. Makeup lesson coming soon. I ordered these. I love me some lip shine. Love me some lip shine. And then we got this Bakule. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but it reminds me of Spittoon. I don't know. Anyway, so this is Advanced Micro Spiculi Technology. Spiculi, I don't know. So this talks about Korean skincare innovation. It's formulated with micro spicules. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Does anyone know how to say that? I just want to do a guess so I can quit butchering this name. Like, put it in a chat. Say, how do you say this?
Spicules, maybe.
Microspicules? Maybe.
Yeah.
Spiculi sounds like an Italian dish
Yeah.
or an Italian way to say spit. Yeah, I don't know. So there is that. But what's really interesting, you guys, to go back a little bit, is there are products here. There's a glow gel peel mask and the liquid eliminator. This I'm kind of concerned about, you guys. There's at an age where we don't put glowy stuff on our skin, okay? There's just an age where we don't do that. It falls within the cracks. So if you're 12, that's awesome. Not really sure about this. We'll have to see. But I'm excited about the peel mask, anything like that. But you can see all of these are coming soon. Coming soon. How fun is that? I ordered this little purple bag. You can get that too. And I love my little bags. What are the three options? I didn't even check on the three options. Liquid eliminator, a sheer light reflecting liquid eliminator inspired by Korean beauty. So we all as a team should just coat our whole face with this and just go to convention with glowing faces. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about this, you guys. I'm gonna have to test it out. There are certain times you do not wear glowy stuff on your face, certain ages, I don't know. Natural luminous glow, I don't know. We'll have to see. The jury's out on this one. But understanding that they have done this whole thing, and what's really important to know is that that new products have coming out. Now, when I do my video, I'm literally going to say you can scroll to the bottom of the page. This is what I just saw Jill do, and I don't know how she did it. Deborah, you saw the video. Do you know how she did it? This is not refer a friend is not down here. All right, so I'm not sure how she did it, but you can go to the business center and you click on enrollments, new enrollment, and you come over here and you click on refer a friend. So this is what I'm going to do as a video. If you guys have ever used Zoom Zoom has an option called clips where you can have your face up there and talking. And this is what I'm going to say. Just fill out this information. You can edit this message. So if I was going to say, you know, hey, Anna, here is the video clip. We talked about it. I know you love the shopping club. Love, Sandy. And I'm going to do this on the video. Tell them that you can do that. You have them put in their number or whatever. Now, if you want to know what your people are getting, this is the 12-minute video that we know about. Here's some frequently asked questions. Here's our member benefits. I'm going to say, if you've never really looked at the member benefits, check that out and look at all the things that we have as being a member. Maybe you haven't seen this in a while. So this is going to be on my calendar to do this at the beginning of the month to let my customers know about things on the website that they may be missing, right? So if you're not familiar with clips on Zoom, you can also do Vimeo. Vimeo, you can do videos for free, so you could record it on your phone and do it. You can record it on Zoom like I'm doing it, and then just use your Zoom and put it in Vimeo. You can do that. So Vimeo allows you to have a free, you can do, I think, up to 5 videos for free. Spikeule? Ellen? Just say it.
No, spicule.
Spicule.
Spy. No, it's spy cool.
No, are you sure? Because I looked it up, and it says you pronounce it like pick with an S in front of it. Spicule.
Okay. It's hard to find the truth. This is ChatGPT saying this
For you or for me?
for me. Spy cool is the way.
Me too.
That's really interesting.
So we really helped you, Sandy. You'll have to ask
Thank you guys so much. You guys are so helpful. I appreciate that. I know so much more now.
Well, it's either spike or spicule. And it's the emphasis is on the spic, and I think it's probably spic myself. I would go towards spic, but
Okay.
Isn't that something?
Interesting.
That just is a good lesson that you can't always trust ChatGPT.
Maybe in the U.S. it's spike, and in Canada it's spic.
Yeah, because you guys want to say spic A, you.
That's right.
You know what, Joy? Put it into Google. Put it into Google and ask what does this sound
Okay.
like? Yeah.
All right.
Google's kind of a little bit better because they have a pronunciation section. Ellen?
Well, that's pretty much a pronunciation, but we'll see what they have to say. No.
Yeah, I trust that. And then the only reason I asked her to do it, Ellen, is I found out that you guys get edited on your Facebook. You're not allowed to post news, so I don't trust that you. I don't think that. Oh, what does it say, Michelle? Unmute. Unmute, Michelle.
It says excuse me, spit. It says spicule, S-P-I, well, it's weird. And it has like a little dash with the parentheses, a comment, and it says K-Y-U-L.
Wait. Okay, Joy, play it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, let me do it again. Spicule.
Spicule. Okay, we got it. Spicule. It only took 7 of us or 13 of us to figure it out. But
So now you got it right, eh?
Yeah, eh? Okay. All righty. Okay. The second thing about the website I want to show you guys is this is something that a lot of people didn't know. So number one, everyone listening, number one, put it on your schedule to figure out a video system and send a video of a tour to your customers. Start it now, get it on your schedule. If you have one customer, do it for one customer. But the more we can communicate and educate and show around, and it's going to be better than a text because it's going to be you. I'm going, hey, number one, put it on your schedule. Number two, get over yourself if you don't like to see yourself on video. I don't care. And then there's I don't care. And then there's, oh yeah, I don't care. Do it. It's not about you. Okay, you're making it about you if you say, but me. What about me looking on the camera? It's not about you right now. It's about helping your customers, okay? You don't have to be perfect. We leave perfection out the door, okay? We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be beautiful. We don't even have to be wise or funny. But showing your customers around, they will give you so much grace, okay? So I want to see your guys' video. That's the next step. Number two, I want to see your videos. I want to see them, post them on Business Builder Support. or in customer support or whatever, business builder support, so I can see what you guys are doing. Now, those of you that are watching, this is going to be great. This is a good way for you to see what's going on, because to tell you the truth, the only reason I knew about these two things was because of Jill's video. Her sending us the video to go, here, thank you, Sandy, for your help. I did my own video here, and I'm looking at her video going, I didn't even see those things. Jill educated me because I saw her video. How cool is that? So I'm a big believer now in this, because I look at the site all the time, and I saw the cleaning pack and I did not see the carrier thing. I just glanced at it and went, oh, whatever. And I was already placing my order, for somehow I didn't even bother looking at, the site. So you guys, that's interesting. Okay. Put that on there. Second of all, someone commented about wanting to put in, fill in the numbers on Fast Track. And it came up to this whole thing about the follow-up center. And I'm going to show you something about the follow-up center that you guys may or may not know that is here. So we're going to go, oh, Ellen, your face is in my way here. Dang, I can't move you. Hold on. Okay. Go to the business center, go to follow-up. Now, one of the things, okay, everyone check out my password, get on my site, still all my information. On here is something called category 2 and 3. You notice I have a little bloop right there, right? If I click on that, category 2 and 3, you can see these are people that are business builders, and this information you fill in. You fill in, there's a little exclamation point, because why? He needs a strategy session. We were supposed to do it this afternoon. He had to work, blah, blah, blah. So what am I going to do when I have a strategy session? I'm going to click this link underneath his name. And look, did I do the strategy session? When I do, I put a box there. Okay. How many contacts did he say that he had? Is he still a category 3, or did he change his mind? And who is the mentor? Is it me, or is it my enroller? And you can see the people down here who have not watched the foundation video yet, haven't placed their first order yet, right? We've had a strategy session. I'm just working on these. Look at these people from the past. Look at this. When we talked and we did the strategy session, then we started doing the contact list. We had this information to fill in. But this goes way back. I can even load more. But this is what this section is here for categories and 2s and 3s. And I have that little thing there that goes, look, you have someone you haven't done a strategy session. I'm like, yep, I know. Now this is also going to show up on my Fast Track. Beside my name is going to be this little exclamation point telling me you haven't done a strategy session. Come over here to category 2 and 3 and do your strategy session. So it's not a big deal to have it. It doesn't affect me on Fast Track, anything like that. It's just a reminder you haven't done that. Like, I know I haven't done that yet. Okay, any questions about that so far? No. How many people knew that that was there? Yeah, one. Isn't that kind of interesting? Yeah. Leanne, do me a favor. Would you read my chats, and if there's anything that I need to know, would you alert me to that, please? Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say something, Sandy, by the way? Your caddy that you were pointing out, it was interesting that you showed that you would make a video about it and stuff, and you would go and select some of the products that you wanted in your caddy. I looked at it today. We don't get to select our products in Canada. I'm just saying, it came automatically. It puts, if I put it in my cart, it puts the products in automatically.
Now there are 3 options, right? Do you have the 3 options? Option on the left is already picked out. You have to choose the long green banner one and to select to pick your products. If you choose the one on the left, the products are already picked out. The second one's already picked out. The third one with the long green banner, you saw that one?
I didn't see what I don't know what you're talking about then. There are 3 different ways of getting the caddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that. Oh, that's interesting. See, I'm glad I mentioned this because
Yeah.
I just didn't, because I just double checked while you were talking about it. I go, no, it seems to be.
Okay, so let's go back and okay, right here, start your cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay. All the stuff which is interesting. Okay, option 1.
Yeah.
They pick it.
Okay. Okay. So.
Option 2. Option 3, you can select what you want.
Oh, look at that. I did not see that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, if you missed it, somebody else did. Interesting. Glad you said that because now I can bring it up in the other thing so other people see it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue on, you guys. I gotta move your guys' face. What's the deal? Everybody's face is in my way. Okay. Celebrating, you guys are here. Yeah, everybody's here. Yeah, most people are. All right, this is what's going on this week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. to the Sabella Skincare. I have a group, I have a page. It is public. You guys can find my page that has information. I'm posting things about skin on there. You can invite people to that page. You can message your friends from that page. But remember, the rule is do not just send out a bunch of invitations. You have to invite and then you have to follow up. Hey, did you see that I invited you to this? Would love to have you. You can email your whole group that you invited. Always email separately. Do not do a bulk. It's a Facebook message. Do not do a bulk Facebook message that everybody sees it. Do it individually, right? So invite your customers. You can do that. Invite your customers. That's good. All right. It's not going to be that long. It's about the skincare. Saturday, join me for Director in a Day, 10 a.m. You guys be there, but the calendar is out. This is the call. This is the name of the Facebook page, The Hidden Truth in Your Skincare. There are 2 of these. You'll see this one has my Zoom information on it. This one does not. So why do I have 2? The first one you can send to people that are your customers. Or once somebody says they're going to be there, you can send this to them. This is what you can post on Facebook, right? Without the Zoom. You cannot post my Zoom information on Facebook. You cannot do that. Alrighty? Because then you're gonna have, I've had one person, the whole time I've ever done Zoom, one person, and some of you were on here, this guy, remember that guy that kept coming back and kept coming back and kept coming back? Remember that, Michelle? You saw that? Somebody had posted my Zoom on Facebook and some guy decided to be an idiot. So, okay, so you've got 2 options here, all right? So invite, double check, follow up, and invite. Because remember, you guys, this is like a party. No one's going to come to a party just because they saw it on Facebook. You have to personally invite, personally tell them why they like it, why we have fun, that kind of stuff, all right? If you are in the Pullman, Washington, Spokane, Washington, Coeur d'Alene area, we are having an executive perspective. Linda Lancey's going to be here. Our new lady, Meluka Laura Beitler, is going to be here, which is exciting. She's never experienced one of them. Lynn and I did one last year, and it was the largest one that they'd ever done, they'd ever had. And so we are planning what this is going to be. We're going to have little steak bites and little foods, and I'm going to be doing makeovers and photo shoots, and we have a essential oil table, we have a supplement table, we have things for people to do, so it's going to be fun. If anybody's in this area, take note. I'm going to start posting this so you guys can use that. All right, handling objections. How many of you guys, raise your hand, give me a thumbs up if you've I'm spread this out so I can see everybody's faces. How many of you guys have the objections of, why do I have to shop for 35 points? How many of you guys have that objection? Okay. All right, we're going to talk about that, okay, because it's common. Have you ever had the objections? Why do I have to order every month? Anybody have that one? Do you guys follow up with, why are you whining? Do you guys do that? I do that. That's a good way to answer. I don't do that. I'm joking for you people that don't know me. Okay. Okay, most objections aren't real objections. Hear that, write that down, tattoo it on your forearm, okay? They're not real objections, they're unanswered questions. Think about it like that. It's literally somebody has written, an objection is a request for more information.
Sandy, I finally found my unmute button. When people tell me that, I tell them you have to because Sandy Clemens said so.
That's always good. Good job, girl. Good job, girl. Yeah, Sandy said so, and I'm afraid of her. If you wait, and here's the key, if you wait for them to bring it up, you're already on defense. So this whole thing about is if we know this objection is out there, let's preempt it. Okay? Example. There is a word here in North Idaho, and the word is hypothermia. It can get really cold here, and yet teenagers want to wear their shorts and flip-flops, and it's winter, so there's always this thing about hypothermia. Not this year, and Ellen, I bet you guys have it too. So for my boys that always whined about, I would start handling the objection before it even came up. Because I knew it was going to be there when I say, grab your coats, right? So I don't want to hear it. So I'd start talking about, boy, it's really cold out there. I mean, imagine if you went out there and you didn't have a coat, and maybe your friend needed a coat. Wouldn't it be nice if you had one? I literally say this to my kids. Manipulation. So it's helping them to not go because I said so. That was what I was trying to get them not have to go. Because I said so, put on your coat. Okay, so here's the mind shift. Objections equals uncertainty. They're uncertain. And people object when they're confused. When they don't understand, they don't see the value yet, they feel risk. Take a picture of this. I want you to memorize this. So when you get an objection, it literally means I'm overwhelmed. I don't understand what you just said. This sounds confusing. So hear this, you guys. Objections aren't attacks. They are not attacking you. You did not do anything wrong. They're just grasping for clarity. Okay, so an objection means they don't get it. You guys got that? Did everyone get that? Yeah? It's okay. So what we want to do is there's reactive to, and then there's being proactive. And reactive is, well, why do I have to order 35 points? Then you have to react to that objection. And some people don't even give that. You ever have people say, well, I'm just really not interested? Give me a thumbs up if you've ever heard, I'm just really not interested, right? And I've always responded with, it means you didn't make it interesting, but I've kind of altered that to go, or they're afraid and they don't have the words to say, you've confused me, you've made this crazy, I don't understand. So they just say, I'm not interested, which is the same thing as uncertainty. They're confused. I'm interested means I don't understand. And I've always said, well, you didn't make it interesting. I'm altering that to say you didn't clarify what's going on. They don't understand. That's why they're not interested. Proactive means, well, let me explain why monthly consistency matters. So the words I want you to get into your verbiage, write this down, is monthly consistency. That's our phrase word, monthly consistency. And here's the trick. If you explain it before they question it, it never becomes a resistance. If you explain it before they question it. Now that's kind of hard if you're sending videos all the time, right? So right here, let's just pause. Remember, you've got a couple options. You can send people a video or you can do a live overview, right? Or you're doing it in home. Live overviews, in other words, Zooms, slides, or in homes are great because you can explain monthly consistency when that 35 product point slide pops up. What do you do when you're sending a video? This is what I started doing, which is I set an appointment. So I have an appointment with Michelle. You know, I'm going to send you the video. Michelle says, can you just send me the video? I'm really busy. I'm great, Michelle, happy to. But let me ask you a question. When are you going to watch it so that I can answer your questions as soon as you get done watching it? I can watch it at 4. Great, I'm going to call you at 4:15. We have a date for 4:15. Okay. Now I have a couple choices. I can just start out my first response normally is, so tell me what you like best about what you saw. That puts her in a positive mindset, not what did you think? Don't ask people that ever. Phrase it, what did you like best about what you saw? Then it's going to put it into a positive way. And then I've started going, well, let me explain some things about what you saw. Like, let me explain the monthly consistency for you. Now, I'm changing it monthly consistency. I have been saying, let me explain like the 35 product points and monthly ordering. Okay, I want to make sure you understand what that's about. And now I'm kind of, oh, okay. That whole defensive thing may have come up and they'd be sitting there with their shoulders up like this because they're afraid that they're going to have to be stuck in something. Okay, the 35-point example. Instead of saying it's required, say, well, we shop monthly because consistency creates results, both in health and income. Because you think about it, you guys, consistently getting the toxins out of your health. I'm looking at Deborah's picture. Her consistently removing the toxins. What has been a health example of that happening, right? The health example is that she's off her two respiratory pills. She's off her CPAP machine. She's down on her health. That's the consistent result of that. So replacing toxins products isn't a one-time event, right? You don't just switch it off once and go back to your toxic products and that lung damage is back. Wellness works with consistency. Okay. Income works with predictable volume. As far as on our side of it, when we know what people are going to shop for every month, that helps us to build our income. It's a membership model, not a random store. So you're normalizing it before it feels optional, right? It becomes normal. But also, we shop monthly because I save so much money here. I shop monthly because I cannot go without my coffee and my vitamins. I shop monthly because I want to save money. And I save so much, and that's kind of a good thing. Actually, I have a screen for that. Monthly shopping makes more sense. Okay, household shop somewhere every month. Okay, this is how you can frame it. Consistency creates a habit. Habits create transformation. Predictable ordering creates stable income. We're not asking them to spend more. You're redirecting spending. Now, we were just on the phone, on the call this morning going, why don't people get this? Well, they don't get it because we're not really explaining it well. We've looked at those slides so many times. It's just one little slide. It doesn't mean everyone's going to get it, right? Sometimes it takes some explaining, going in, and the word that we're looking for is consistency. I can't give up Diet Coke one day and say, okay, I'm healthy. I can't go to the gym one day and go, okay, I'm all fit. It's that building up over time. So the real objections, call them out, right? See, here's some common objections. Is this expensive? People have said that. Or they've said, well, health and wellness stores are usually expensive. I've heard that. What if I don't need that much? What if I can't afford it? Is this the contract? What if I change my mind? So think about each one of these. Take a picture of them, write them down. I handle these objections when I do the slideshow. This is why I like doing a live overview, because I can handle this every month. And one of the things that I say is this expensive? One of the things that I always say is, I know a lot of people, when they look at health and wellness, they think it's really expensive. Like our store here called Program, it's horribly expensive. One little bag of groceries is $100. But our model is that our products are way less expensive because of the way that we do our business. So we're undercutting Walmart prices. So there's an answer. So I say that before I even, when I'm going into the pricing things. Then we have that, what if I change my mind? There's that whole thing on the suspending your membership anytime. And I say, let me tell you about this slide. In fact, when it comes to that, suspend your membership, I just this last couple of times started asking people, would you read that to me and tell me what it means to you? So they read it, you can suspend your membership at any time. And then I have them explain it. Now they're telling me what it means. Don't say this. Don't say you have to order. Say to remain active and receive the full benefits, we shop monthly. We don't say it's required. We say this is how the model works. This is how we save money. This is how we get the toxins consistently out of our house. You guys, if you truly believe this, confidence removes friction, which means just say it confidently. Like, I get all my benefits because I shop here monthly. I save a lot of money because I shop here monthly. If you get the same objection repeatedly, you guys, okay, take a breath. This is not a people problem. It's a framing problem. If you're getting these objections over and over and over, you're not handling the objection as how you're framing it. If everyone asks about the 35 points, you're introducing it wrong. Right? You have to understand, not everybody is sitting there glued to that 12-minute video taking notes. Can we agree with that? Like, people have the kids in the background, they're watching while they're driving down the street. They're not all half into it. So there's always going to be that element of, I didn't catch it. But if you take a moment to help them understand this somewhere along the way, you're going to frame it as to, this is just natural for us. Okay, the psychology of objections is people resist because they're surprised. Ambiguity, feeling trapped. No one wants to feel trapped. They don't want to feel surprised. They don't want to. In fact, I've had more people threaten to leave because of being surprised more than anything else. You guys had that? Well, I didn't know I was going to have to order monthly, blah. Even though there's a slide on there. And the moment I got that a couple times, I'm like, I stress it now. But if things are really clear, if you take the time to make things clear, if you do it with confidence, if you just normalize it and structure it that way, then when you present the 35 points, it's normal. It's expected. It just feels normal. And I've talked to a lot of people about not even concentrating on the points, but concentrating on helping their pain points. All right. So if I'm talking to Deborah about helping to get rid of things in her house and just replacing them because of her asthma, if I'm just concentrating on asthma, the points go away. That's not even an issue. We're not even talking points because we're talking about breathing better, right? Okay, leading the narrative. When you lead with clarity, you remove the need for defense. And I want you guys to think about, how clear are you when you're doing the presentation? If you do it yourself or after the video, how much time do you take to clarify what they saw? And that could be the missing link for people having a lot of objections. So again, if you can handle the objections before it's even brought up, you're going to go a lot, smoother. Frame value before questions arise. The value of shopping here, the value of consistency, okay? Now, so let me ask you guys this question. You see this? How would you explain the 35 so it never becomes an objection? Okay, who wants to volunteer? What do you guys say about the 35 points so it doesn't become an objection? And this is new, so you guys can just wing it. Who wants to volunteer? Before I call on somebody. Leanne, thanks for volunteering.
I'm trying to think. I get this from my mom all the time.
How would you explain the 35 points so it never becomes an objection? Just explain, so why do we do 35 points?
I've always heard like it's an international company, and so for that reason we speak of it in points, and then do some examples of what point values are. But that doesn't really help with the.
Okay, Ellen, why don't you explain? How do you do it?
I try not to have to, but I do it very awkwardly. But basically, Melaleuca has just-in-time manufacturing, and so having people knowing what people are going to consistently shop, it helps them to have better deals on their raw products and to create the products just in time, and so it's fresher and it's not stockpiled and waited in a warehouse and stuff like that. Now, see, I'm going all over the place. That's why I tend to go.
So why did you phrase it like this? I'm not picking on you, but why did you phrase it? You try not to. Why?
I try not to. Oh, I have to explain it. Oh, because I explain it like this. I go on and I word vomit.
You just did a fine job on it. There's no short way to say that. There's no less words that you should use. So
Okay.
you guys want to hear how I explain it?
Yes.
So I said, let me explain the 35 points. Yes, we are an international company. This allows us to talk in any language. We talk points, not dollars. But everything Melaleuca does is designed to help you save money. That's pretty cool, right? So one part of this is that when you agree to do two things, you agree to pay a yearly fee. The second thing you agree to do, Ellen, is you agree to pay 35 points. And what that does is it gives you discounts on all of our products, 30 to 50% off. So by you agreeing to the 35 points, you get 30 to 50% all your products. That's pretty cool, right? So I got a yes. That's cool. Second thing is, let me ask you, Ellen, if you're going to have a dinner at your house and you're going to invite 10 people, do you need to know if those 10 people are going to shop or going to eat? Do you know if those 10 people are going to come to dinner?
Well, it helps, yes, because otherwise I could be short on food or have too much.
Right. So you need an RSVP for those 10 people, right? Or you're going to overcook or you're going to undercook. And if you overcook, you're going to waste a lot of it and it's got to go into storage, right? And then how good is it after a week? Exactly the same thing here. When Melaleuca knows what you're going to shop for, then they make it just in time to send it out to you. So we do not have a bunch of products sitting in storage getting yucky, just like your refrigerator, right? And we're not underproducing any also. So this is a type of manufacturing a lot of people do called just-in-time manufacturing, but we need to know if you're going to be here. So in order for us to do that, we're going to give you discounts when you shop for 35 points. And what do? You get products that are super fresh. We do not have a warehouse. The warehouse would cost you money. If we had a bunch of warehouses and overproducing, do you realize it would cost you money? Because you're paying for the warehouse. Nobody bites that price, right? It has to be built into the customer price. So everything that we do is about saving money. Does that make sense for you?
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing, Sandy.
Yeah.
You make it sound so easy.
Yes.
Do you know why? Because I stuttered and stuttered and stuttered until I finally went, wait a minute, I cook a lot. I'm pretty adamant. Are you coming to Thanksgiving, Leanne? Because I got to cook dinner. You got to give me an answer. Just don't show up on my doorstep. So that is the answer, you guys. Number one, you get discounts by agreeing to that. Number two, everything that they do is based on keeping our prices down, everything. And if you guys don't remember, several years ago, that vitamin store brand called GNC, you guys remember that? You have those. They got sued because somebody went in there and found their vitamins that were on the shelf. They were 7 years old. Probiotics that were 7 years old. How good was that? Some of this stuff was literally rancid. That's because they don't know if people are going to shop or there or not. They're kind of just making a bunch of stuff and sending it out there, right? All right, so that is how I explain the 35 points. You guys good with that?
What was great about that too, Sandy, well, obviously, is that you make it relatable. You're having the person answer for you exactly why they'd be wanting to do it, right? And like, if you were having people for dinner, so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really, it's really nice that you make it human and
well, thank you. But that's kind of the key for everything is to humanize it, right? Because we've all had a dinner party. I had my ex-husband actually, he went to a Thanksgiving dinner and they ran out of food. And I remember going, oh my gosh, that's crazy, Now, I always want to impress upon you guys, I'm never in a hurry when I'm doing an overview. I'm going to spend as much time with you until you get it. So don't feel like you can only say this in 10 words. Use as many personal stories as you can to explain that. I host dinner parties. I need to know how many people are going to be here. All right? And I'm sure you guys have too. Let's continue on. Okay. Why do I have to order every month? What? Okay. This objection is not about the products. It's about autonomy. Oh, Ooh, here's a whole different way to look at this. When somebody says, why do I have to order every month? I don't want to be forced. What they're really saying is, I don't feel like being controlled. How about that? I don't want hidden commitments. I've had people flat out say that. I don't want to get trapped. Your job is to remove that emotion behind it. So your job, you guys, is about emotional feelings that for something in their past brought them to this, I don't want to be controlled, and then we're not going to have a psychology appointment, but even though that would be my favorite thing to do, we're going to address the emotion. This has nothing to do about products. It has to do with past experiences. You ever looked at it like that? I have flat out asked people in a variety of ways, because you guys know I love to ask really uncomfortable questions of people, part of my fun pastime. And I have heard some amazing things as to things that people have done. I remember when the first time I had somebody say, oh, I don't know that I can shop here every month, and I need to ask my husband. My red flag is your husband probably doesn't care what you shop for. And then I found out her husband does do the shopping. The ding! Light bulb. Sometimes husbands do all the shopping. Second question. Oh, really? So you've had a bad experience about this whole thing? True answer. I got roped into doTERRA, and I spent $1,000 on essential oils, and then we couldn't pay our mortgage. This is why she had such an issue. It had nothing to do with me, nothing to do with what I said, nothing to do with the company. This was her past experiences. And when you guys find the words and get a little bit bold and ask these questions, you're going to find out all kinds of amazing stories. What happened? What happened? Well, my husband didn't talk to me for a month, but I got the whole scoop because I just like to ask those questions, but it had nothing to do with me. So of course, now I've learned, are you the one that does the shopping? That's the question that I learned from that experience, right? Okay. I don't want to be forced to order every month. Here's your response. I get that. No one likes to feel forced. But the monthly order isn't about control. So I'm addressing it, right? Let's release that anxiety. It's not about control. Nobody's trying to control you. It's about consistency. This is a membership model, not a one-time store. So just like a gym membership expects you to use your membership consistently for health changes, right? Melaleuca system works the same. Your health changes for the better when you constantly keep toxins out of your house and you constantly take vitamins. It's that consistency. So you're not being forced to buy random products. You're redirecting your normal monthly shopping into better options. You stay in control the whole time. Now that's one response, right? Does that make sense, you guys? You like that one? Yeah. I didn't have time to edit my typing on this, so I'm hoping there's no typing there. So if there, I was just smile and nod and don't bring it up. Okay. You're already ordering perspective. Well, why do I have to order every month? Can I ask you something? Do you go a month without buying anything from your home? Like no laundry detergent, no shampoo, no supplements, no groceries? And I do ask that question. I said, do you go to the store every month? Oh yeah. How many times do you go to the store? Oh, 3, 4, 5 times, like twice a week, 3 times a week, right? So I say that you're already shopping every single month somewhere, aren't you? The difference here is that instead of randomly spending, you're building consistency. And that allows the rewards and income side to function. So I then talk about the consistency again. So it goes back to consistency. What's the word, you guys? Consistency, right? I don't like being locked into something monthly. Ooh, I've heard this one. Haven't you guys heard this one? Always validate. That makes sense. But this isn't a lock-in contract. It's simply the structure of how the membership works. And I say, just because you have a gym membership, they don't force you to go to the gym, right? It's kind of your choice. But the company rewards consistency. The entire model is built on predictable volume, just like any subscription or wholesale membership. You control what you order. You control when you adjust it. You can suspend your membership if there's a month you don't need to shop. But the people who see the best results, The best results, you guys, the best results, the best results. Write that down. The best results. Say it over and over again, the best results. Why am I stressing that? Because hopefully we're talking about pain points when we're approaching them, right? If I'm going to approach Michelle, Michelle has arthritis, but if I'm talking to Michelle because I saw on Facebook she's struggling with asthma and arthritis, I'm going to talk about pain points. And so, Michelle, people like you see the best results with their asthma, see the best results with their arthritis, also see great results financially when you save so much money. Okay. When you introduce it, say, we shop monthly because transformation happens through consistency, not monthly purchases. I have three I have three pictures on my screen that I pull up all the time. This is actually my savings thing. As a member, you save $355. This was last month. That was how much I saved last month. And I show them the next month. I saved 250, then I saved 157 or something like that. So you guys, what is your consistency story? What is your consistency story? My consistency story is because I consistently take fiber, my Phyto Omega, and fiber-wise, my cholesterol dropped 55 points. That's being consistent with that. My eyesight's improved 6 times because of that consistency. I did the math at one time. I've saved $27,000 in the last 14 years by shopping at Melaleuca. So ask yourself this, and if you do, type it in the chat box. What is your health story based on consistency? Do you have one? If you do, type it in the chat box. What is your financial story by shopping here consistently? Do you have one? And if you haven't ever thought of this, these are the stories you need to be telling. I mean, some of you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard, I've lost 50 pounds by consistently taking the whole thing that I'm doing. I work out and then I consistently do the pre-workout and then I do the fiber-wise. And then after I work out, I do the protein, and that consistently, I feel amazing. Consistently using the skincare. This is a 64-year-old face, you guys. Consistency, right? Not just once. But your tonality means a lot. All right. Really listen to yourself, record yourself, do this, because if you sound apologetic, it's not going to help. Your tone sounds confident and normal. They're accepted is what we do. Okay. Confidence equals safety. So remember, a lot of people just want to feel safe here. Why? Because there's a lot of companies where people have really screwed them over. I've done some things just to help out a friend, like Monat, however you say it. Oh my gosh, it was so hard to cancel that, and the stuff was awful, but I had to ask her, so you got to help me cancel this. This site makes no sense whatsoever. It was impossible. All right. Are there any questions so far?
Sandy, Ellen had a question. How do you keep all this in your head or organized to read off without searching for it and sound like you're reading?
Okay, so there's 2 questions in there, right?
Yep.
How do I keep it in my head? I'm just brilliant. That's how I keep it in my You know what? There's triggers.
It has to be reproducible, right? We have to be.
So the first thing how I kept it in my head is I read as I've been reading the stories that stick, and as I go through each one of these elements and going, the things that when I'm doing this teaching, it's the struggles I've gone through. You guys are just like reading my diary right here. These are all the things I've done wrong. These are all the struggles. I'm like, oh my God, if I hear another thing about 35 points, what the hell? Sorry for those of you who are listening. It's literally me going, I got to figure this out. And so I started going, stories help answer things more than anything. That book, Stories That Stick, has really changed how I do everything, right? And everything that I do now is a story. And if it's not my story, it's Deborah's story or my mom's story. So I'm single. I don't think I can shop here every month. Let me tell you about my mom. My mom's 90. My mom's a 90-year-old widow. Like she's on her own and she orders like 50, 60 product points every month. How does she do it? Because she consistently is taking the vitamins because she wants to keep her arthritis in check. She loves the beef stick. Like my mom can do 35, 40 points just with the food. She loves the beef stick. She loves those cookies and creams protein bars. So if my 90-year-old mom can shop here, you can too. All right? I don't want to have to shop every month. That's okay. Remember the screen that says you can suspend your membership anytime? I have a little Amish lady that lives in Montana. She orders for 3 or 4 months. She takes a couple months off. She orders for 3 or 4 months. She takes a couple months off. It's okay. You're in control. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. You're in control. How do you read a script and sound like you're reading? The word is human characteristics. So now you're going to take a acting lesson, okay? Human characteristics. Write this down. Human characteristics, the things that we add into our conversation, is this. We think, we pause, we draw out our words, we stutter a little bit, right? So this is my new book that's going to start doing videos on the Natural Healing Handbook. So like for arthritis relief, they give you recipes for arthritis relief, all kinds of stuff for digestive health. And so Leanne, I don't know if you know this, but cardamom actually helps relieve, things like bloating, gas, stomach cramps, and what it does is it relaxes those digestive muscles and, reduces spasms. Did that sound natural? Yeah, I was reading it. But I added human characteristics and I added a few words. I paced myself. I breathed a little bit and drew a few things out. That's how you sound. That's how actors do it. Every acting, every movie thing that you see is a script, right? Nobody's winging it. Except Waiting for Godot is a movie. It's all unscripted. You should watch it. It's all improv. Waiting for Godot is a movie. But every commercial, everything you guys is scripted. Is you just learn to slow it down and add in some and breathe and kind of stutter every now and then. That's how you make your script sound normal. There you go. Ellen?
There's more to, thank you for that. That's cool. But that wasn't quite what I meant by it. It was like, either you're keeping all this in your head or you have it somewhere right there within your vision as you're doing your overview and you get this and it's there, and then you can put in your human characteristics as you're reading it, but you have the answer right there. You don't have to always have it in your head. But then how would you have all these wonderful answers organized so that you have them right at hand without having to go, oh, that's a good question. Right?
Well, there's nothing wrong. I mean, the reason why you come here and you listen to these, and the next thing for you to do is to practice. And so if you are someone that's going, I really need to practice this, what do you do? What do you do, Ellen?
Well, what I have done in the past, but I haven't had any lately, maybe I need to schedule them in, is I would, if I had an overview booked and the person didn't show up, I would still do the overview.
Yeah. But also, you guys, is that the strength of role playing, and I know you all hate it, and I don't care, do it anyway, is how you get good at it. You do it over and over and over again, and you do it with someone. Like, I could say, Leanne, I want you to ask, Ellen some objections. Come up with the 5 biggest objections that you get, and then have Ellen, you answer them. And then do it again and do it again. The overview has things in there that when you see it after a while, it gets to be, oh, there's that slide that says about shopping monthly, right? When that slide pops up, I have, and I know somebody that printed off the whole overview and then took notes on the side of the things that she wanted to say. So when I see that month about monthly shopping, I say, no, we're going to talk about monthly shopping. So, Leanne, let me ask you a question. I don't know about you, but I'm committed to brushing my teeth. Are you?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm committed about showering. How about you?
Yes.
I do laundry. Do you do laundry?
I do.
Okay, here's a weird one. I'm committed to popcorn. I have it about once a week. How about you?
Not that often, but I
Not,
like popcorn.
okay, well, you can fix that. How about coffee?
No.
No, I'm committed to eating. Are you?
Yes.
Okay, so we're committed to the same things, right? Pretty much. So that means you're committed to shopping somewhere, right?
I am.
About how many times a month, a week do you shop?
About once a week.
Okay, so you're going somewhere once a week, right?
Yep.
Melaleuca makes it so that I'm committed to Melaleuca to shop when I shop 100% of the time. And my job is to get you to see the value of this. Now, why do I shop here? I'm going to brush my teeth anyway. Why would I go back to Toxic Crest when this toothpaste is so good? Why would I go back to Toxic Folgers coffee when this coffee is better? Why would I go back to Tide and Bleach and Windex when I know these products are going to make me healthier? So I choose to shop here because I'm going to shop someplace, right? And so are you. Now that's what I say every time I see that screen, Ellen. How do I remember that? It's not written down. That is my heart. I'm just speaking my heart. I am going to shop. I'm going to brush my teeth. I brush my teeth 2 and oftentimes 3 times a day. I go through a lot of toothpaste, right? Because that's important to me. Good dental health is related to good heart health. Crystal, you have a question, dear?
No, I actually just wanted to touch on Ellen's question because when I first started and I listened to you do overviews, I felt the same way. I was like, holy crap, she knows everything. She has everything memorized. How am I ever going to get there? This is wild. So one, I watched over and over and over again because we learn by repetition. So the more we hear it, the more we do it, the more it becomes natural. But Ellen, specifically to you, what is something you're passionate about? My understanding of you is you play the trumpet, right? If I were to start questioning you about the trumpet, would you need to go find notes? Would you be like, oh, hold on, this, I don't know anything about a trumpet, so I can't even come up with a question right now. But if I was asking you about like notes or how to put it together, how to clean it, you just know, right?
Yes.
It would just come to you.
But that's
so
from experience.
From experience and because you're passionate. So what I started doing when I watched the overview is I got passionate about why Melaleuca does what they do. Why do they do 35 points? Just like Sandy said, like they have a rhyme and a reason for everything that they do. And it's actually pretty stinking cool. And it sets them apart and makes them unique. And that is often what scares people away. But point being, if you just truly don't try to memorize the information, truly care about it, get passionate about it. And then it will even come across the way it is for me. Like, I think it is super stinking cool that they make your order the second that you place it. You place your order and within 15 minutes, it's in a box and boom on the UPS truck because that's how much they care about getting your stuff to you. Like,
That's really good.
does that make sense?
That's really good.
Yeah, I totally felt the same way when I first started. So that's what worked for me is I'm just like, dang, no, this is actually really, really freaking cool. And so now it's just in my brain because I care for it. And of course, when you're in the interview, you just let the slides prompt those thoughts for you if need be.
That's what I was saying about seeing that slide reminds me of that story. That slide reminds me of that story. I'm so proud of you, Crystal. That's a really good answer. I'm going to go
I
ahead
figured
and
if I was going to speak, it better be good.
It was really good. I'm going to shut the recording off. Everyone say bye to people that are watching.